Atamo tuogo shakala wanshe. Ena ye yen pere pien auno atien kimon ario. Anen wi Agnes chako kule ko man. Kule ko man madok cham chi utu porro. Vrena metu chel. Bida ko chako kule man chi utu porro. Dog gi weng buyu. Payang yung ngate tim atau man ay history patuo peltien eno.
Nurses from Hope for Humans came to see us. Agnes was at home, but Brenda had wandered off. They saw the worsening condition of our children. So in February, they were taken to Hope for Humans Care Center, just to save their lives.
In early 2017, Nixon Orong left home with his daughters to go to the Hope for Humans Care Center in northern Uganda. This is the country's only comprehensive care center for children with Nodding syndrome, a rare disease that causes stunted growth and physical and mental deterioration in children as young as 2. Here, children with Nodding syndrome receive life-saving treatment for free. For a full year, they eat well, get plenty of sleep, and go to school. Some couldn't speak or move when they came to the center in January, but after 5 months here, they can almost walk.
You know, it's not easy to handle a child with Nodding syndrome. A child cannot move and pick food. You have to pick for them. When they want water, you have to give them. When they want to go and sleep, you have to carry them and take them to bed. Everything you do for them. And when you see a child having seizure, you imagine what is happening in the brain. You can see the eyes of the child start getting reddish, the saliva start rolling down. Sometimes even the child can cry all at once, and you see the child unconscious. And these children, sometimes they move, they wander around, and when they go into the bush, sometimes during dry season, the bushfire come and burn them. Sometimes they go to the stream or the river, they get drowned. Sometimes they fall into the rock, they hit their head and they die.
No one knows what causes Nodding syndrome. First documented in 1962, outbreaks of Nodding syndrome have occurred in Tanzania, South Sudan, and northern Uganda. Before the 1990s, it was rare in Uganda, but it became an epidemic during the country's long civil war with the Lord's Resistance Army. During the conflict, the disease spread quickly through the camps set up by government forces to shield civilians from the rebels' brutality. By 2012, the Ugandan government reported 3,000 cases of Nodding syndrome in 3 districts. There is no known cure for Nodding syndrome. Afflicted children must be properly fed and given anticonvulsants to stop the seizures that can happen a dozen times per day. With 3 meals a day and $7 worth of medication per week, children with Nodding syndrome can grow up like any other child in Uganda. But this price is too high for many parents in Uganda's impoverished north. Without treatment, their children lose control of their bodies and minds as they wait to die.
My duty as a caretaker is to make sure that all the children, especially the boys, make it to their beds at night.
The same day Nixon brought his daughters to Hope for Humans, he began working as a caretaker at the care center. He works alongside 3 other caretakers, the men caring for the boys and the women caring for the girls. As caretakers, they spend every waking hour 4 days a week with the children, feeding, bathing, and carrying those unable to care for themselves. For most of the children here, their caretakers are the closest things to parents they have ever known.
They call the caretaker daddy or mommy. Because some of them came here, some of them were unconscious. They couldn't know that this is my dad or this is my mom.
When I continued working as a caretaker, I built love for these children. I encourage weak children. I tell them they're fine, they will heal, that they should have courage. Because most of them didn't know their father. It's like I'm their father.
Eto kun a ti baba ke mi ario